Welcome back to another episode of Full Circle with me, Onyx. And let's I think I'm going to continue doing, I'm going to call it creative visualization. And the purpose I'm going to say, this series of learning magic, thought form creation, developing your psychic abilities, opening your third eye. This is all magic 101 because you have to be able to perceive the reality beyond your basic senses in order to work magic effectively or use your mystical abilities to do what you need to do. So, I think we're just going to kind of channel as always. So, kind of a disclaimer, I've always been psychic. I've always been a channel, however you wish to define that. I think we have to define that for ourselves. At some point, the majority's definition starts to specialize. And so it the standard definition or limit so the definition starts to limit you, and you have to find that out for yourself. So I've always had the ability to intuitively know things, sometimes get images, or just knew. And so I refer that to psychic ability because there's like no reference point. However we choose to define that. Intuition, I think, is a higher mental faculty that plays with all of your psychic senses. But, I think at this point on my journey, it's not about being vague and unclear. It's about leaving doors open for possibility. So I think as we try to strengthen our abilities, develop ourselves, expand our awareness into other dimensions, which I have been doing since a child. When we look at some of the nuts and bolts, it's about creativity. If you can't be creative, if you can't dream, if you can't imagine, if you can't build a hypothesis, if you can't do that, then probably you're limiting yourself. So part of expanding your awareness is creative play. Children are natural mystics, natural genius, naturally connected to the earth, naturally gifted. And so through the process of civilization's programming, grooming, behavior modification, and expectations, we shut doors. And we don't exactly shut them down, but society um, encourages and forces in many different ways to shut those doors down. We don't need to be a hater or a blamer, but you have the key to open those doors at any time. We're all evolving collectively and individually. Our universe is also. And so for everyone, there is a different time, there is a different season. Everything happens on time in the grand scheme of things. And sometimes we circle back around with new understanding and awareness and kind of revisit old lessons, old patterns, old ideas to see with new eyes. And so it's kind of fun, actually. So, what's kind of led into these videos on creative visualization, I'd even call it creative channeling, is I remember one psychic when I was younger. Like I was like still in high school, and I was talking about abilities, and I was concerned, oh, I'm not a clairvoyant. Oh, I'm not this. I'm not that. All you guys are, and I assume it looks like this and that. And the psychic said, just give yourself a positive affirmation. Tell yourself, like psychic doors are opening. And that's great and all, but you already have built within yourself the idea of what psychic is. And by that definition, it opens, but it also excludes. It marginalizes other ways that might be true, and you're receiving psychic information. It's just not authentic to you. So, just like Zen Buddhism or Buddhist meditation, it's structured, it's curated, it's kind of designed to fit the masses, but you still have to find your own way to meditate successfully. Same with martial arts. Everyone can block, kick, chop, but your body is unique, your conditions are unique, and when you adjust the principles of martial arts to the uniqueness of you, that's when it gets fun. That's when it actually works for you. And then it's a unique version or brand, it's a personal brand. So, your psychic abilities, we can all sit in a room, we can all take the same course and follow the protocol, and you might find you're overworking it, or you're not putting enough emphasis in this area, or you might have personal roadblocks due to your own filter, your programming, your life history. You know yourself the best. And so a lot of it is learning to retrust your instincts, validate your own hunches, your own mind, and then learn to trust your intuition again. Learn to trust your creative imagination, uh, to then allow the transformation and the blooming of your spiritual abilities. So I would say your abilities are like Christmas presents. They're wrapped. Some of them are hiding around the room, maybe up in the tree, maybe they've been tucked away. They're hidden. So they're yours. They arrived when you were born, or they've always been there. It's up to you now to unwrap them, figure out how to unwrap them, figure out where they are, figure out how to unwrap them, and give yourself the gifts again. Give yourself permission again to be fully conscious, to have full awareness, and not be defined by limitations. So that's what it's all about. And that's why there's resistance when you tell someone you're psychic. Oh, whoa. You mean you're out of the standard? You're out of the program? You're moving sideways and diagonal through life instead of just straight forward and back into your grave? You know? So give yourself permission to play, be creative, make things up. Dare I say that? Yes. And it's like finding an old car, tuning it up, letting it warm up, and taking it out on the road again. It's very much like that. You're using abilities that you haven't used in a while. And so creative imagination kind of tells your mind and your greater mind that you want to see now. Yeah, I'm done, or I'm not. I would like to use my mind's eye as well to hear, see, smell, touch, and taste. I want to look outside the box of what's being offered to me. I want more information. So you have to regain the ability to sense this new information, and it has to fit uh, symbolically in a way where your brain can then take that information and use it. So, hence, thought form creation, thought form manipulation, destruction. So, everything is an idea, it takes a form. Form and function go together. A car is designed to move forward and back and get you to point A to point B. The form and the function fit very well. It has wheels because it's designed to roll around on the earth. Planes, have wings because they're designed to move through the air, the form and the function. The more true and clear and precise these forms that you create with your imagination, the more functional they are, more exacting, and your greater mind doesn't have to struggle to dumb itself down to understand what you're trying to do. You're basically saying, I'd like to pass the ball and I'd like you to pass the ball back. And so you're using these really rudimentary, abstract forms because your greater mind is, doing bigger things. It's like I'm generating the simulation which you call reality. I'm making trees. I'm making houses and buildings and people that you see by. I'm fitting together and filling in all those spaces in the glitches of the matrix. What is a type of way I could say that. But basically, your mind is um, helping each frame by frame seem seamless. It's organizing your past and your future, your whole storyline to a perception of believability for you. And now you want to go kind of beyond that. So you're trying to kind of talk to the director, you're trying to talk to your higher mind. And so this is kind of what you're doing when you practice, when you're creating a space to be creative. You're saying, can we do something different? I'm bored. Can I have a greater experience? I mean, just having friends and families, living and dying, working to buy stuff and maintain. It's kind of easy, kind of boring. Maybe I want to explore space. Well, science hasn't caught up to that yet. But I want to do it now. Okay. Well, you can take your mind. You can take your mind's eye. You can astral project. You can mentally project. You can emotionally project. So I'm going to bring that up. When I was younger, I played with astral projection, and I found out there were multiple levels or ways to astral project. There was ways to just project the mind's eye, which is remote viewing. And I was actually really good at it. When you're younger and your only pressures is to go to school, eat, wake up on time, and go to bed, there's a lot of freedom to explore and play. So I definitely played with that. So remote viewing is really literally the mind's eye. And so creative visualization and remote viewing go hand in hand. So it's easy, it's fun, it's playful, and imagination is your greatest tool. So don't worry if it's real at this stage. You'll know when it's real. You'll be like, I was imagining, and then my imagination got hijacked. That's when you know you're hitting real. Imagination is kind of the bridge, it gets you halfway there. If you can get halfway there, your guides, these other beings, greater intelligence, the greater mind, will meet you at the other half. Why? Because, that's kind of a good, if the mind is so great, why can't it just reach me here, right? It's not part of the design. You're actually you're jailbreaking yourself. You're hacking yourself out of the program, out of the reality bubble. You're saying, I want out of this reality bubble and I want to go into a greater reality bubble. And so, how you request that is through your efforts. Okay. So, on one level, people waste a whole bunch of time trying for it to make sense, to fit back into the reality bubble, when it's best to just go play. Okay. So I explain this a lot and I explain it in different ways. I guess because, it could be a different viewer and we're seeing it slightly from a different angle. And it might just give you that strength, that confidence, that know how. Uh, it might be just what you need to get you going, to be a free spirit, a free flyer. So I was trying to create I was trying to create my cube, my space, my room. And today it showed up as I'm on a water planet and the atmosphere is very hazy. It's silvery, kind of dusty looking. There's a slight tinge of gold, but mostly it's just kind of this white haze, whitish gray haze. And there's calm water, still water over the whole entire planet. So this is like a water planet. And it's an ocean. The whole planet is an ocean. It's an ocean planet. And today the weather is very calm. And the light is reflecting off this calm, slow, ripply ocean. This like silver shine is reflecting back up the color of the sky. And you hear like birds, but you don't actually like see the birds. You see some like black silhouettes flying by, not close, just kind of vaguely. You smell the sea air, and it's like this portal going straight down in the form of a square, like cube. The water is rushing in like down a drain. You can hear the rush from all four sides. And it feels refreshing, the kind of mist as these waterfalls pour down this empty space of this like cube shape, this void. It just goes all the way down. This like square, four-walled tunnel, endlessly going down, it seems. But I'm not looking down. You're not looking down. We're not looking down. There is a black platform, square, perfectly shiny black, just ultra shiny like obsidian. This platform. You are sitting in your space watching the video or listening to it. And because you're sitting here, you see yourself sitting there on top of this black cube, deep down. But it looks like you're levitating. Because you're actually being supported in this dimension. But in that dimension, it looks like you're levitating. You may be cross-legged like me. Anyways, you are there. You are wearing a silvery robe, as thin as silk. The light of the atmosphere and the light of these waterfalls pouring down next to you reflect off the material There are faint symbols and designs in the fabric made out of a pale gold or white. Who knows? Feel free to add. Your eyes look up. You start to levitate more, leaving the black square platform, rising up to sea level, to the surface, past these waterfalls, this tunnel, up and out. You can hear that like rushing sound. You, as a being of this planet, may look different. I know I do. I am a humanoid native being to this planet. I am a monk, a mystical spiritual monk. This is a planet that I go to have a personal retreat. There's no other activities necessary going on here. I'm in complete solitude. This is a planet for me, for you, to experience solitude. With no distractions, your psychic abilities are stronger. Your levitation abilities are stronger. Your ability to feel energy is stronger. You can calm your heart, self-soothe. I have an alien skin of a dark color, yet my eyes are very clear and pale, silvery, just like the sky, just like my robe, mirror-like. I like to stand outside of myself and look at my own face from side view. I can hear myself breathing, respirating, sucking in oxygen. My being is very much like a human, like a humanoid. Head, shoulders, arms, torso, legs. My skin has adapted to this planet, and whatever I eat has made it so. And now that I've made it this far in the visualization, I can already hear the guides with us saying, I am here with you. I hear a resonance through my body, through both bodies. Feel a change in energy within your own aura, your psychic space, within the chamber of your own body. You may feel the presence. Wow, I can see my aura through the video. That's cool. You may feel it concentrated somewhere. Yesterday, I felt it concentrated in the throat chakra. Today, I feel it concentrated lower, deeper at the base of my rib cage. I now stand up levitating like a superhero as I gently glide upward. Moving up, still there's no clouds. How mysterious. Yet, so much sky. A realm of sea and a realm of sky. I keep rising and leave the planet. I do see a sun. I guess it's morning. The sun is just coming up. I see a little bit of that gold light and red all around it. Just a slice, just a dot of pure gold with a halo of red that seems to cast a glow around the planet. As I look at the planet and levitate and fly backwards, I am in space. I am in darkness. My silvery white cloak is wrapped about me thinly. It is cold out here, but I don't feel anything. I don't feel temperature. Moving backwards, it's easier. Rising, gaining a full view. I slowly allow myself to turn around. I see a giant nebula gracing my presence. For me, my nebula looks like gold dust scattered throughout the sky, like some painting. Gauzy wisps reminding me of cotton candy and spider webs grace my view. Lights of different stars reflect shimmers of green, webs of pink and yellow. The alien presence that's with me wishes to summons me and call me into view, they say. There is a dark patch within this nebula. That's where I'm going. I relax and let the gravity of these beings move me, guide my body as it floats through space with no effort. Feels great. I feel their gaze. I feel their presence by my left shoulder kind of moving through my body as a beam. They wish for us to come and play, to be amused. They're so proud of their galaxies, of their nebula, of this section and region in space. They're boasting. They feel so much pride. They invite us to come and play. To stay even. Stay and play. They love having visitors. A warm welcome. You may feel a voice resonating through your physical body. They regard us as children. Who's just seen their first light of day, like being born. This is a cause to celebrate. I just enjoy being in their presence, feeling a presence, feeling all this space. Being here, time in everyday life just slips away. I feel like it's one of the greatest gifts just being here. Hmm. Saturate yourself with this energy. Really just let yourself absorb it and feel it and anchor it into your physical body. This integration. Give this energy to your planet, Earth, building a bridge. To my right, my other shoulder, there apparently is a spaceship. They're asking if I would like to come aboard. It's optional if you guys would like to board a spaceship. The other voice says, relax, you are safe. They said here, out in space, things do not decay. In this space, I'm seeing a lot of like bluish green, a deep bluish, like teal green, like a dark, bright, vivid, bold green, green ray. You can be saturated in whatever color shows up for you. Uh, it will have healing significance. Since this video is going to end, I'm not going to take the offer to join them on the spaceship to my right. I'm just going to hang out here in this beautiful space. This green ray is to the front of me to my right. The alien presence voice is to my left, in my left shoulder.